So what's our plan for today?
Well, this is the Mill Creek watershed just off to the south here, and what I thought we'd do, this area's had some activity in the past, and I thought we'd go down Dry Creek drainage, which is just to the left here. There's a cat trail that goes all the way down to the bottom, and occasionally footprints have been found along there. So construction of this model, this hypothesis, based on this pervasive and consistent data, that it is really, in my mind, more incredulous to simply dismiss all of this data as a hoax than it is to acknowledge the possibility, and we'll keep it just the possibility, that a large unknown primate has remained unrecognized and unidentified in the western United States. People have said that with the discovery of Bigfoot will overturn anthropology, will stand it on its ear. And you know, I have to differ with that. That suggests that this potential animal is so incongruous with existing knowledge that it's incredible to even believe that it could exist. Look at the footprints. The bottom line is they exist. These are not simply enlargements of a human footprint. There is clear evidence that the foot reveals an anatomy that is quite distinct from the human, and in many ways is reminiscent of a more primitive, more generalized ape foot morphology. The feet look superficially human-like by contrast to other apes, primarily in that the great toe is no longer opposable or no longer divergent from the lateral toes, and instead is more in line. But the toes clearly show also indications of a foot that is used to moving about without the confinements of footwear. This foot doesn't have sharp edges and points like a deer hoof or an elk hoof. But at first appearance, this doesn't look exactly like a typical Bigfoot track because of the fact that it's running up a fairly steep embankment, and we're only getting the front part of the foot impressed. So the remainder of the foot, the heel, which would have extended back, you know, something like this, just never make contact with the ground. The chimps also are cognitive of their tracks, and that when they go out on their day foraging and they're kind of dispersed and spread out, or they're laggards behind, that the ones in front actually break the vegetation as they're going along to leave a trail marker. I do think they're out there. I mean, it's a proposition of probabilities. But based on the evidence that I've looked at over the past couple of years now, I'm relatively confident that this is a worthwhile and legitimate undertaking.